for you. At least it's 1-0 right now, so the bracket is correct. It's Shadowfish and Cl3m 1-0 right now over Yaknow and Yumiko, and we're seeing characters on the screen. Double Taros, always something scary to see against a Macho Man and a Bryn. We have the potential for 4 axes on screen at one time.
Absolutely gross. But hey,
I agree.
It's inevitable at this point. We have 4. We got might as well be 4 Taros. Let's be honest. But 2 Taros, an Cl3m, aka Macho Man, and a Bryn, and all those axes on the field at one point. That's just damage, knockback, knockback, and just KOs coming in every second. When
the first 4 weapons that are picked up are all axes. We should never have to listen to 4 of one weapon on screen. I don't care what weapon it is. You never want to hear it 4 times.
It's just pinwheels and windmills right now.
I hate this so much.
Look, it could be worse. It could be the original combo breaker before they retuned the volume setting on lances, and then whenever there was a lance noise, it was just like you had a jet engine in your ears. But hey, regardless, we have a spear out on the field to break up the monotony just for a little bit, but we do have a lot of axes going around. Oh, and he is going to swap to an axe. And
we also have an early lead coming in for Shadowfish and Cl3m. You see, what's his name? Yumiko. Okay, yeah, Yumiko has a different in-game name. So Yumiko coming in now has the hammer, and Yaknow also has the hammer. So we have 2 hammers against an axe and a spear. Cl3m almost getting knocked out off the top. We are on Enigma. I don't think we've seen Enigma whatsoever at all today. So Australia playing the game just a little bit differently than some of the other regions.
Throwing out a lot of these Taros SIGs. You see just one Taros SIG every 3 seconds almost. There's another one right there. The weapon throw coming in from Yumiko. Gonna not connect. Or Yaknow, excuse me. Yumiko almost finding that side SIG KO off onto the left side. Shadow is going to get back onto the stage, and Cl3m with the side air finding that KO onto Yumiko as well is going to bring things a little bit closer to an advantageous position. Yumiko almost finding... Oh, no! Immediately losing that new stock.
That is a knockout in the lightest of yellows. That is a horrible position to put your teammate in. He wanted the frag onto Shadowfish, who was in knockout damage, went in deep, super deep, tried to go for the unarmed ground pound, but it didn't lead to anything, led to the death, which is a horrible position to put your teammate in.
Oh yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna do a 2v1 from this position with both of your opponents in red, I don't think there's a better character to do it with than Taros, considering every single attack that Taros has is just going to kill people. So
he's having to
KOs.
Go up against 2 axes, man. They're just going to control so much space. They get the knockout. 2.5 minutes for that game. And Yumiko put out 302 damage, which is basically on the first 2 stocks. So about 150 damage per stock. Not a lot. That was just a rough game. They're going to have to wash their hands of that and go into game 2, banning out small Enigma right off the bat, leaving Mammoth Shipwreck and Miami Dome.
Well, we got these 3 maps, like you said, on the field. Honestly, I feel like they're just going to go to Mammoth Fortress. Everyone ends up going there at some point. Although we did see quite a bit of Shipwreck falls so far as well. So I should just go with my gut, is what they're telling me. And it is going to be a Mammoth Fortress going forward in this matchup. Same characters all around. Axes quadrupled in the set.
Now, worthy of note is the 2 Taros players, Yaknow and Yumiko, are going strength stance, so they have 9 strength. Got to be really worried about that. We'll see if things change here on Mammoth compared to Enigma.
Well, they are starting with axe and hammer, of course, the 2 Taros weapons, and both of those being absolutely devastating to start with if they are able to get...
Oh my gosh!
Except, no matter how devastating some of the attacks are from some of these weapons, nothing is ever more devastating than gimping yourself off stage.
Yumiko is getting knocked out so early. Just
the greatest
don't go off
stage
stage.
of them all.
Yumiko keeps putting himself in these situations where he just gets knocked out way too early. We'll see if that continues, going ham off stage and it's not working out. Gravity cancel neutral signature right over the corner, misses.
There is an extra need for awareness of your recovery options, all your jumps and recoveries that you can use, your dodge and everything in a 2v2 situation as opposed to the 1v1 situation, and there is something to be said about it, where you really can't take the same kind of risks off stage unless you know you have some kind of coverage from your teammate. Because if you lose that stock for free, that is one of the worst things that you could do to your teammate, like we've said in the past.
Decent coming out from Shadowfish, ends up picking up Yaknow. Neutralite comes in. Yumiko is already red on the second stock. Yaknow might be meeting them there real quick. Look at how little damage the blue team has on their second stocks. The recovery backside of it. Gonna knock out Yaknow. Yumiko retreats over to the wall. Trying to use that wall for safety. Weapon toss. Almost picked up by the recovery from Cl3m. Another weapon toss.
Big nice side air. That's going to lead to the KO onto the left side onto Yumiko. Yumiko, one stock left. Both of these red team players, one stock left, actually. So this is a dangerous position for them to be in. They do not have too much more left, and this is their tournament stocks right now, so they really can't afford to lose these. Cl3m trying to make their way across the stage with that axe. These side airs, the aerials coming out, looking for those KOs. A nice movement from this red team to get Cl3m across and down, knocked out into the bottom side of the map. One stock left for Cl3m, but two still left. Well, one left still for Shadow, as I call that out. Yumiko and Yaknow coming together just a little bit, but it might be too late, all things considered, where their damage thresholds are. Yumiko trying to make their way back. That's going to be Yaknow out of the game now, so
yeah, you're seeing this, man. Cl3m is looking for these knockout options. He was hunting for them on Yaknow earlier. The sidelight recoveries, threw out a recovery every now and then too without the sidelight, trying to catch someone jumping around in the air. Then you saw the immediate sidelight recovery onto Yumiko on the right side. That's Yumiko in the red over on the edge. Weapon toss down, second weapon toss down. Both of them laser targeted in on their opponent, tossed down. And some low damage numbers, even though Yumiko was the last one alive, still only putting out 335 damage. So rough on the numbers side, coming from the red team, the two Taros players, they did pick up 4 knockouts to their name. But look at the other side, Macho Man, Cl3m's pick over here, putting out 621, and Shadowfish, definitely a solid 547 and picking up 4 knockouts. So great numbers from the blue team, middle to kind of lower numbers coming out from the red team, and I think that gives you all the data you need.
Yeah, and that's gonna do it for them. Of course, it is gonna be Shadowfish and Cl3m going up against Baka and Lus in that salty run back that we were talking about.